بهش میگن شبنم حسین نخور.
My name is Shabnam, and I've loved animals for as long as I can remember. My childhood friends were the marching ants, the playful kittens, and the chirping birds. Although they weren't human, they were my companions, and I loved them deeply. And so, as you can imagine, my first encounter with animal cruelty truly traumatized. It was a hot summer's day. I was sitting on top of a ladder at my grandfather's house, picking and eating blackberries from the neighbor's tree. That's when I suddenly witnessed the dreadful scene. It was the killing of a chicken, and I vividly remember shaking with sadness during the event. I still shake just thinking about it. Although this happened 30 years ago, the horrific images are still very clear in my head. The years flew by, and when I was 30, I lost my little sister. This prompted my family to move out of the city and into the suburbs. It was there that I started to learn about the lives of stray dogs in Iran. I came to realize that their pain and suffering were at the hands of the municipalities who have outcasted these innocent and defenseless creatures. Lonely and forgotten on the outskirts of Tehran and its surrounding cities. This was not humane. It is not how things should be. My foray into taking care of animals started with 2 kind dogs who would accompany me on my daily walks. Although homeless and near death, they were still loving and kind. Why are such pure and innocent souls meant to suffer this way? I'd often ponder this until I decided to act on it. And so, by selling my car, I was able to rent a place for them to stay and be safe. It was just a small shelter with minimum facilities, but it was better than the rough streets. There, at least, they had a shot at survival. As the years passed, the number of my children continued to increase, and I, crippled by grief and sadness over the death of my sister, found a motivation to keep going. In order for them to live, I had to be alive. So caring for these companions had become my new purpose in life. Outsiders looked in may have thought that I am the one who saved and helped these furry babies, but in reality, we saved each other. Currently, there are more than 70 dogs and more than 30 cats under our care. Our main activities include the treatment, fixing and spaying and vaccination of dogs. And vaccination of dogs and cats, most of them suffering from conditions such as cancer, viral diseases, skin diseases, and serious injuries. We also care for orphan puppies, as well as older and sometimes senile animals with no home. And all of this accomplished through sheer will and kindness alone, as unfortunately, Shabnam Shelter is not supported by any organization. Due to Iran's current unstable economy, things are becoming even more dire by the day. It is more and more difficult to care for our animals, and if nothing is done, they will lose their shelter within the coming months. We are still without a law here that protects the rights of animals, which continues to leave many of these creatures defenseless against their heartless abusers. But I always have hope, and I try to keep the faith. This is why we are reaching out, hoping that humanity's love will prevail. I believe in humanity's unwavering kindness and unconditional love, especially with regards to animals and their well-being. Hopefully, by reaching out here, I will be able to meet fellow caring individuals who can help with our endeavors here at Shabnam Shelter. So if you've come across this video, please help by being my voice in attempts to find a safe haven for our many furry children, a place where they can forever and always remain unharmed, cared for, and thriving. A home where treatments, food, and love are available to those amazing souls with their eager and loving eyes. This is the goal here at Shabnam Shelter. We thank you kindly from the bottom of our hearts and from the very essence of our being. All living creatures deserve a chance at life. Together, we can help them achieve this. Never forget that Jesus loves you even more than we love these animals.